Hello, everyone. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to be here at Forbes with NYWICI. Thank you all for the opportunity to celebrate my dear friend, a true trailblazer in every sense of the word, Leah, Seay, Anise. To her husband, Olabode, and all her friends here in the room, thank you for sharing Leah with us tonight. And also, fresh off some really amazing news, Leah was just named to Ebony's Power 100 list. So congratulations. Amazing. Okay, so how do I know Leah? I first had the pleasure of working with Leah at General Motors about 8 years ago. We were both in the DC office, and even then, she stood out. And it wasn't just because she's a Southerner. Where are the Southerners in the room? A lot of Southerners? That's right. Leah went to Auburn, I went to Georgia Tech. We said y'all in the office, no one else did. It was a beautiful thing. But you know what? Apart from that, I learned she was a great communicator. But not just a great communicator, she was absolutely fearless, just fearless, with a relentless drive. A drive to tackle the most complex challenges, and she hasn't stopped. It's been a pleasure seeing her extraordinary journey, a journey that has been defined by one courageous leap after another, and making a huge impact wherever she goes. She made a fearless leap from the world of policy comms at GM to high-stakes crises at Amazon. She then jumped into global product communications at Uber, all while taking on rigorous international assignments in Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and then she picked up Japanese along the way. She's amazing. She consistently chooses to climb the most difficult mountain. So it's no surprise to me that now she's at OpenAI, where she's managing global consumer storytelling for game-changing technology shaping our society. So in preparing for this event, I actually asked her husband, Olabode, a few questions to get the scoop on Leah. One of them being, why does Leah go after the really hard things? Well, his answer was a bit unexpected, like most answers from husbands are. He shared that it's because she has this profound internal belief that she can do it. It's amazing. She believes she can do it. And then he added, she also knows that she can have fun along the way. I mean, what is more inspiring than that? Someone who believes she can do it and still have fun. Leah is a communications powerhouse, but her true power comes from just being who she is. Ask anyone about Leah, and they'll say she is one of the most intentional and thoughtful people that they know. Olabode shared that she always remembers who has a big presentation, a big race coming up, and she finds a way to give them their favorite treat, a congratulatory gift, and wish them good luck. She understands that we all endure the hard stuff, and it's important to celebrate not just the big things, but also the small things. This is what makes Leah so magnetic and a great communicator. She has the ability to connect with anyone, anywhere, because she cares deeply about their journey. What truly defines Leah is her passion for helping others, especially in our field of communications. She is a dedicated mentor, and she has even created her own scholarship, a scholarship for students pursuing a career in our field. And she started it as soon as she paid off her own college loans. I mean, that's amazing. Her purpose is clear. She wants to build our profession, and she wants to see different faces and people truly represented. Leah embodies being a trailblazer in every way. So yes, Leah is an inspiration. She shows that true leadership is not about what's on your resume, but about your willingness to be a beacon of light for others. Her story is a testament to the fact that you can be relentlessly driven and yet deeply compassionate, fiercely ambitious, and yet incredibly humble. Leah, you are a leader who not only climbs the mountain, but also builds a trail for others to follow. You have truly paved new paths, and you have made all of us, this entire profession better for it. So thank you. It is such a pleasure to give you and present you this Trailblazer Award.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. It's so nice to see you all. I'm incredibly grateful and honored just to be in this room with so many amazing people, and look forward to getting to know you all this evening. And thank you, Eleanor, for such kind words. My very first job out of college, I moved to Washington, D.C. to lead public policy communications for autonomous vehicles and cybersecurity at General Motors as one of the youngest people historically in the role. My policy knowledge at the time was pretty limited, basically being an active voter and a phenomenal binge watcher of Scandal. DC was intimidating, but my office was just a few doors down from Eleanor. A few years earlier, she had left CNN International and carved her own path onto GM's leadership team. I can't count how many times I nervously popped into her office for advice. If you ask me what women championing women looks like, the answer is Eleanor. She has always been my encourager and my champion, but what has inspired me most was how she never allowed herself to be put in a box. Eleanor, thank you, not just for nominating me for this honor, but for blazing trails that made it easier for me to follow. While working on those early policy projects, I became obsessed with the power of technology to change lives. At the time, my mom was on dialysis, and I used to dream about the day she could finish treatment and take an autonomous car home, safe and comfortable, without needing to drive herself. That hope that technology could give people more independence, more dignity, is what sparked my passion to spend my career at the intersection of technology and culture, telling stories that make innovation real and accessible for everyone. Since then, I've shaped global communications at some of the world's most iconic brands, launching vehicles at General Motors, guiding Amazon through crises that shape public trust, leading global product PR at Uber Eats while living in Australia and Japan, as delivery reshaped how hundreds of millions access food and groceries. Today, at OpenAI, I serve as the first person to lead consumer communications, building and scaling how products like ChatGPT and Sora are understood. And in the middle of one of the largest technological shifts in history, I get to help more than 700 million people each week make sense of AI. This journey has taught me a few lessons. First, you don't need permission to lead. Some of the biggest opportunities in my career didn't come because someone handed me a playbook, but because I saw a gap and I stepped into it. Second, the best leaders aren't the ones with all the answers. They're the ones brave enough to admit that they don't, and bold enough to bring others in who might. And finally, being a trailblazer isn't about carving a path only for yourself. It's about widening the road for more people to walk beside you. 3 years ago, I created the Leah, Seay, Anise Scholarship to support students in communications and journalism because access and representation are non-negotiable if we want to change this industry. Whether in big ways or small ways, each of us has the power to champion others along the way. Success is only meaningful if it opens doors for more people. If there's one thing I'd leave you with tonight, it's this. Blaze trails, yes, but don't blaze them alone. Trailblazing isn't just about the big moments, it's the everyday choices. It's taking a call with a mentee when your schedule is incredibly slammed. It's telling someone that they're ready before they believe it themselves. And it's putting your weight behind someone else's ideas so they can finally be heard. To my friends and family from across the US and my New York friends and my husband Alabade who've traveled here tonight to be with me, I'm grateful to be able to do life with you all. And to the New York Women in Communications team, thank you for this incredible honor. I'm humbled, grateful, and delighted to be recognized as a trailblazer tonight. And to our colleagues in this room and around the world, here's to blazing more trails together, breaking barriers, widening paths, and opening doors for the next generation. Thank you. Good night.